Well, that's a great win for us, and we talked about before the game ever started. I said to Lindsay, I said, I don't know when the last time that we have beat a quality opponent at home. Not overlooking Georgia Tech from last season, but we had not won. You look at a team that beat USC and came back and beat Tennessee. And just where our guys battle, we get down 13-0. Jordan makes a big throw down there to Wilcox, who makes an unbelievable catch. And then our guys they started feeling it, and then their confidence start coming back to them. Then what we were able to do on defense was just hold them to field goals there in the first half and not let the game get away from us like it had been doing, the previous two home games. But then the battle there at the end, you look at it, Cronkite rushing for over 150 yards, and just our whole offensive line. Cecil ended up hurting his shoulder, but he just stayed in the game and just fought through it. And then he had a little ankle sprain also. So and I told him, and I told the team, that's who we want to be. When we talk about toughness, you look at him, and he was not going to come out of the game. And then you look at Sands, who ran for 68 yards, and then Wilcox had the big catch. And then on defense, just holding the field goals. We were able to get some sacks. The punt team, Aussie banging that one there at the end. I think he had an average of 52 yards again, but the one that was big was the one there at the end. But this team, it just continues to just grow and develop, and as it continues to grow and develop, this can be something special. And I know that we're young, but still, though, sometimes when you're young, you don't know any better, and you just play. Well, what they did was they took the outside linebacker and they placed him outside because we ended up getting them doubles at that one side. So you come with the counter. So they played three down. So the one guy was pinned inside. So we just blocked down on him, pulled the two guys around, and it was there all day. And Cronkite, the one big run that he made there where he busted out, and the one down our sideline, that was really big. Well, what 12 does is it causes problems. It causes us problems. I mean, they go 12, but it causes us problems. So when you get in 12, you got to either play man or you try to play zone. And it's hard to match up when you got two big tight ends. And so Mitch he was on the line, and then Jordan was off the line, who was able to motion. Then if you try to load the box, and those guys are athletic enough where they can catch the ball.
Coach, BYU had the ball 15 more minutes than you and ran 31 more plays. Normally, you don't win those kind of games. How'd you win?
Well, if you watch the way we started off, I think we started we had like two or three and outs right at the beginning, and they took the ball there the first drive and drove it down the field on us, and we weren't able to get off the field on third down, and we got to get better on third down. We can improve, we can get much better. Even though us playing winning this game tonight, we can play much better. But to be in a game like that, you're right, to have the ball that long and then how the yardage they had, it's amazing that we came out and won. But our guys just kept battling. We scored when we needed to, and we held them to field goals.
Talk about Jordan, that first touchdown he scored. It looks like he wasn't going to get in. He kept churning, kept getting in. Was that kind of, he's done that this season. Did not get off to the greatest start, but now he's got it going.
Well, he does, and when he goes, I mean, he's an outstanding player. We knew that. I think the first three games he had like 25 total yards. Then the last two, he's really had breakout games. But he's a guy that once he gets behind his pads and he starts running, he said tonight, he's just give me the ball, coach, give me the ball. And even Sands, I mean, look at both of them. But I was just so happy for Jordan just because he's able to put together two games back to back now.
Coach, did you, 44 carries, obviously you ran very effectively, but did you also have to do that to maybe protect Jordan a little bit? Like he had a glove on his hands, he's still hurting you?
No, and I don't know why he's wearing a glove. I told him he's trying to be like Teddy Bridgewater, but 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 no, we just took advantage of what they gave us, and it was going to be hard to throw the football against them because they drop eight, so they rush three and they drop eight, so the throws. If we were going to take the throws, it's going to have to be five, and then try to go on top. We threw the three deep balls to McDoom. We overthrew him twice, but that's the only way we were going to be able to score on how they played their defense. But the run game was going to be there, so we were going to take advantage of it.
Coach, offensively, you guys looked dead in the water for the first couple of drives, and then things started to kind of get going on that drive that ended with the Wilcox touchdown.
what we got going. I mean, it's just amazing that we start blocking people, and we were able to establish the run and just be consistent. It's all about consistency, and you got to be consistent. They're gonna get their stops, and when they do get their stops, you don't give up on it. You just got to come back to it, and we were able to come back.
What did you think of BYU quarterback Jaron Hall's play today?
Oh, he played very well. I think we ended up hitting him there at the end, which got him out of the game. But what you got to look at, and I told our team, I said, in the spring, he was the starting quarterback. So don't walk out into this game thinking he can only run the football because he can throw it because he was their starter. And he's a really good player. I didn't, with them losing, they've lost some guys. They lost him. They lost a running back. But, they're a good football team still.
Coach, the temperature on the field may have been triple digits. Coming from Provo, Utah, that's got to work to your advantage, doesn't it?
Well, I didn't think so because they up tempoed us. So they it's kind of like I was hoping it would work our advantage, and I was like, wow, man, these guys up tempo on us. We should be up tempo on them. But I don't think sometimes we think that the temperature is a big deal, but when you practice in it, and I think it's starting to get cold out there now. It doesn't bother you because if you get up on the ball and just go, you gonna guys won't get lined up, and that's what we didn't do a couple of times. We didn't get lined up, and they were able to get some gashes.
Coach, you talk about that defensive effort, particularly the first 30 minutes. They're out on the field an awful lot. Like you said, holding them to field goals. A lot of bending, but not breaking.
Well, we did, and the thing we have to do is we got to get better on third down, and if you look at it, we stop them on first, they come back on second and and they was getting to like third and short. Then once you get to third and short, then they able to convert. Then they kept us on the field, but those first 30 minutes to hold them with 16 points there at half, that was critical because I kept saying, don't let them. We just can't let them score. And they had the ball down at first and goal on a 1 or 2 one time, and we ended up making a big play and held them to that field goal. Then they missed a field goal there at the end, but just defensively, we needed that and we gave up some plays, but we didn't give up touchdowns, and that was critical.
What did you see on Greer's sack? He just straight up beat his man.
No, we ran our Joker package and we blitzed them. So we felt like that would blitz would come in with pressure where we twisted the front, brought him to the backside of it, and he was able to get the sack. But it was a big sack for us because then it moved them back. They had no more timeouts and they had to go in the end zone to really score.
How does the adversity of the three losses prime you for this moment?
Well, it's just you look at those and you always grow from a loss, and you can always get better from a win also.
Coach, it looked like Cronkite in the second half just kicked it up a notch. Is that grit determination?
Well, he just haven't had a chance to really run like that. We didn't sit the first 3 games, but it's there. He has it inside of him, and now that he's ran like that, he's only going to get better. Because if you can get your run game going, which we were able to get going, then it opens up the throwing game. And Jordan made some key throws there. He missed a couple. Overthrew the one on the interception because Mathis he tries to throw it up over the guy's head. Mathis is in behind him. But if he just takes the one, when Cronkite comes out, if he takes the one throw to Cronkite, he's gonna, Cronkite's gonna run down the field some. But that's just maturity on his part. But just running the football is gonna be able to open up those gaps for us.
Coach, are you impressed with it's been a 2 game win streak now? It's all relative to you, but is not quitting and just what these guys showed how you make win streaks?
Well, it's when you're 1-3, which we were, the season's not over, and then everybody's like act like they're going to jump off of a mountain, but the season's not over. You just keep playing. There's still a lot of football left. It still is some football left. We haven't even, we can hit our conference stretch here. You go to Navy next week. It's going to be a big game for us. Now it's all about the option. We're going to have to be disciplined there. We're going to have to play well. It's going to be a tough environment for us. Then you come back off the road. You go to ECU. So it's 2 tough games on the road. Then when you come home, now that's the schedule for you. But going to win these 2, it just helps us, and it just gives them confidence. And what I did, I'm sitting there just trying to figure out, what can we do, what we have to do. I changed up practice, and even today, I said, all right, guys, that you guys at work, you've done everything I asked you to do, so I'm gonna let you wear your sweatsuit through the walk today. But it's just something that you just try to find ways or how you're gonna just motivate the team and just give them something where they worked. So now give them a reward. They work, give them a reward. They work, give them a reward. But just give them something because they've been doing everything we ask. And even when those tough losses, they were tough. To lose to Wisconsin the way we did, lose to SMU the way we did. Those were tough. And then to go up to Georgia Tech, a team who I felt like we were better than them. but but for us to bounce back and go get these next two was really big. To go on the road to UConn and then to come home and win this one was good for us.
Coach, you look at 11 penalties. One of them cost you 2 points. What do you do to address that?
Well, we've been talking about it the whole year, but I mean, it's something that we got to work on, and that's what can hurt us. And then, the one there, I don't know if it's really a pick, but that's what it was called.
Trent Snyder gives you quite a lift, over 50 yards of punt, and he gives you the one at the end. He's really special for you all.
Yes, Snyder is. I think this is the second game that he's punted like that. I think it may have been South Carolina State. He banged it out, or no, it was Georgia Tech where he can. When the thing about him is he's got a live leg and he can really let it go. And that punt there at the end, the good thing it hit inbounds, then it bounced out, so they didn't have no chance to recover it because he really outkicked the coverage. I mean, I looked at the coverage and I looked at the punt. And I was like, oh God, don't field this ball because we were about 20 yards away from the returner. He just taken off, and then the way he angled it, the ball got away from him.
Coach, are you impressed with prepare for Navy?
Oh, it's going to be tough because you're going to go into the mid. We done played 6 games. Now you're going to play an option teams, and it's all about discipline now.
Coach, are you seeing a real connection between Cloud, Cronkite, Wilcox, and those guys that seem to be the go-to people? Because I know they've been, not really together that long in terms of those three playing together, but it seems like there are connections. Are you seeing that development?
Well, Cronkite's smart enough to know who are the players, and Wilcox is an outstanding player. Cronkite's a really good player, and you got to find those guys. And once you find those guys, they can make things happen. The ball in their hands, they can do it. And Wilcox has proven it, and Cronkite has proven it.
Coach Wilcox makes this incredible catch, and notice he only had two receptions. Adjustments, or how did you use it against West offense?
Well, we had him open another time, and that's one Jordan scrambled on, had him open on a corner route, and he just didn't release it. But, we ran the ball well, and Wilcox is going to get his catches. And the thing about him, he's very unselfish. He knows that, we could have gotten the ball. And I tell him that all the time. I said, I know you were open, but you got to look at it. He can't see everybody. And sometimes as a young quarterback, you get tunnel vision, and you're just looking at one guy. But the thing that's the thing I love about him is it doesn't upset him. When he just knows that, hey, maybe next time it'll be my time.
Coach, what was your message at halftime? You guys didn't play.
Well, I just said we were down 16-7, guys. We still haven't played yet. We haven't moved the ball well on offense. We got to one score defensively. We held them to field goals. We got to go stop them. We get the ball here. We got to go drive it to open it. We have the ball. Let's go score, and we wouldn't score. And I said, then we're back in the game, and now we're back in the game, and guys started playing.